Going 82-0 is almost impossible in NBA 2K24. So what we're doing today was we're bringing the Ultimate Avengers. We're bringing a whole endgame movie out here, bringing every great shooter of all time onto one team and seeing if they can go 82-0. So let's go ahead and look at the roster here. So obviously you gotta have the best shooter of all time. You have to have Stephen Curry. And I put everybody in their prime or as closest to their prime as I possibly could. So we got Stephen Curry right off the bat. Obviously the best shooter of all time. No one can even question that. Like no one should question that ever. Then you got Dirk Nowitzki. He's up there as well. The greatest big man three-point shooter or shooters in general. Three-point shooter might be Cat. By the way, Cat's not in this video. But we got Dirk right here. He obviously has been known to be one of the greatest big men shooters of all time. So Cat's really the only competition he has right now. And then Larry Bird, one of the greatest shooters of all time. It's not like a three-point shooters video. He is more known for his mid-ranges. His three-point's a little bit overrated, obviously, because he played in a different era. But his shooting from mid-range was lethal. So overall, like his three-points he did hit as well. Which I don't know why I'm looking at the stats because these aren't his actual averages. So I don't know why I was doing that. So there we go. And then Chris Mullin here from the Warriors back in the day. I could have put some other players on here, by the way, and like I just kind of like went off a list and off the top of my head and kind of put people I wanted to hit in here as well. So we got Chris Mullin here, and Chris Mullin, he obviously is a great shooter back in the day. Look at that, 46% from three. This man was going crazy back in the day. Then you got Damian Lillard, which is like the second best shooter right now when it comes to like the point guards in real life. I would say him and Curry are the two best shooting point guards. I would say you could say Trae Young could be up there as well, but I think he's like right behind Curry. Now Klay Thompson is definitely better than Damian Lillard as well at shooting, which you guys will see Klay soon. But yeah, Damian Lillard is one of the only players in the league that can really shoot like Curry from like deep. Curry is just, he's a different breed, bro. Then you got Steve Nash. If he shot more, he probably would have went crazy. I can't even look at his stats here. Steve Nash, if he would have shot more in real life, he would have easily averaged close to 30 points, bro. He shot like 50, 40, 90 for multiple seasons. And you got Ray Allen. Ray Allen originally had the three-point record until Curry broke it whenever he broke a couple seasons ago or whatever. Or I think it was like 2-3 seasons ago. Ray Allen though. Ray Allen, man, he if you guys didn't know, he could actually dunk back in the day too. He was like a crazy dunker. And you got Mark Price. He was on the list. I don't really think of him as a three-point shooter really, but apparently he was like a great three-point shooter, which is this. Okay, this actually is Mark Price. So yeah, he shot around 40% for a good little while there. I never knew he played on Orlando, by the way, or the Warriors, or the Wizards. I didn't know that. I thought he was just on the Cleveland Cavaliers the whole time. And you got Klay Thompson in his prime once again. We don't even have to question Klay Thompson whatsoever. We obviously know Klay Thompson, second best shooter of all time, question mark. I don't know if it's up to you between him and Ray Allen probably. And then you got Reggie Miller as well. He's not in 2K, so we ended up getting a custom make of Reggie Miller, which I'm not gonna lie, that's a good Reggie Miller. That's actually a really good Reggie Miller face creation right there. It's the bald version of him, but it definitely is a good Reggie Miller face creation. Then we got Page. He was on a list. I don't know about that one. I feel like there's players that are better than him at shooting all time, but you know, that's up to you guys to decide if you guys figure that out or not. I mean, he did shoot decent from three. I don't know his whole career though. I was trying to get the Hornets version of him, but they only had the King. Then you got Kyle Korver, which this man made an all-star team, surprisingly. I don't know how this man made an all-star team. It's not even actually Kyle Korver, by the way. This man made an all-star team on the Hawks with like 3 other teammates. And it was crazy. That season he got destroyed by LeBron though. But Kyle Korver was all-star one time, if you guys didn't know. Pretty much is known as a shooter forever. And then JJ Redick. JJ Redick is obviously a shooter now, and or she was a shooter, and now he's like a commentator basically. So he has a lot of takes. He was talking trash about the Clippers recently with the in-season tournament and all that. But JJ Redick is up there as well. This is actually JJ Redick. This is before he went to the Clippers. JJ Redick, you got him shooting decent amount, but on the Clippers is what I remember him for. A lot of people remember him on the Magic, which I kind of remember him on the Magic. I mostly remember him on the Clippers. That's my thing right there. And then we go over to Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr played on the Cavs and the Bulls. Yeah, okay, this is actually a Steve Kerr. I never knew he was actually drafted to Phoenix, and this dude just did not even play in Phoenix whatsoever, but he had super high field goal percentage or three-point percentage. You guys didn't know he has the highest three-point percentage of his like anybody's career ever, 47% or something like that, or 45%. It's some super high percent that's like ridiculous to see. I mean, this man shot 52% on this year on the Bulls. Now, how many attempts did he have though? That's the big difference. Is like it's a different era, so he might not have been shooting that much. I mean, he made 89 shots, so 89 threes. I mean, if we compare that to Curry making, you know, hundreds of threes a season. I mean, last season Curry made, let's go, 273. So obviously it's a different era, way different era. I mean, even in his rookie season, he did more. He did pretty much double, almost double what Steve Kerr did in his like best season. But that's because he is a superstar as well, though. Then we go down here. We're almost at the end of the list. Actually, that is the end of the list because now we got Usman Garuba, we got Jerome Robinson, and we got Lester Quiznos out here. I didn't want to put anybody that was in the G League in here. I could have put 3 more players. I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to put in G League players. And now let's go ahead and do the rotation. How are we gonna do this rotation? Because there are certain players that shouldn't play, which it looks like they're kind of agreeing with us when those players that shouldn't play. I feel like Curry is somebody that has to play night like all the time, whole time, no matter what. I feel like he has to just play a million minutes just because he is a high overall. And then you got, I mean, I feel like Dirk has to play it too because we don't have a center. Dirk is our center. That actually might make us lose game. That legitimately make my oh my god, that's tough. And we have all guards off the bench. Oh no, that's not a good thing whatsoever. We definitely play, excuse me, Larry Bird, ton of minutes as well. Larry Bird's gonna play at least 43. Okay, that's good enough right there. A million point guards off the bench. And let's go ahead and simulate this season and see what happens. And I forgot to say 82-0 video for a second. We lost literally the first game of the season. Literally the first game of the season. Then we won 2-3. We lost again. So I guess that's the challenge out of the way. But let's see how good this team can do. I guess we're kind of just along for the ride at this point. And here we go, ending out the season, we end up with 9 losses. Oh, no, 10. It had to be 10. Really, bro? It had to be 11. Okay, 11 losses. We got 11 losses. Imagine having this team in real life. Would you really look? Dirk wins MVP. What? That was like the most random. I did not think he would be. Okay, almost 50, 40, 90, by the way. This man could have shot 0.7% better from the field, and he would have had 15 rebounds per game, 28 points. He had 2.5 blocks. And then Wemby, Chris Paul. Oh, Chris Paul didn't win. It was Cam Thomas. I guess the roster update changed some things. Defensive player of the year is Dirk. Which, did you ever think Dirk Nowitzki would win a defensive player of the year in your life? Look at what he averaged in real life. That was at the end of his career. Look what he averaged in his prime, bro. You're telling me this man was gonna, like, really 2K? I guess he played like a million minutes, but like really 2K. Then you got Sengun, okay, and then Joel Embiid, clutch player of the year, coach of the year, obviously gonna be. How are you executive of the year, bro? You suck. You literally barely. I bet you. How are you #1 in the conference? Yo, the Eastern Conference sucks. And then we go over here, Warriors at that. Okay, so there's 2. The Warriors are literally not having that many as I thought I would. Like, they literally have, what, a few appearances? That's about it. Like, Dirk, I just don't know how Dirk won all of that, bro. That's crazy. What about, what's going on here? What's about the averages? Curry, 22, 6 and 6. This man played 48 minutes, unless something changed. Like, did something change? And like I didn't know about it or something. Let's go look at minutes per game. It did change, 35 minutes per game. I think they automatically changed the minutes on me. I think that's what happened. Larry Bird, 25, 11, and almost a triple-double. Jeez. Dirk, obviously we saw what Dirk did. And then Steve Nash did nothing. Wow. Steve Nash, you fell off, my boy. Chris Mullin did his thing. Dame did better than Steve Nash. Ray Allen, okay. And then Mark Price, no, okay. Clay. Clay 1 point per game. Nobody else played down here. Okay, well, that's it. Let's go to the play-in tournament. We gotta go against the Nuggets in the first round. Are you kidding me? The Nuggets? Are you serious? So Jamal Murray, and then you got Michael Porter Jr. Like, okay. They didn't lose anybody. They didn't lose anybody. I don't think they lost a single player. Let's go ahead and just, let's look at the round. You know what? We're going to beat them. We're going to beat them. I have confidence. We're going to beat them. There we go. Swept them right there. And now we got to go against the Clippers in the second round with the huge Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Zubac, everyone on their bench as well, because this is just a season sim. And we sweep them. So how do we lose in the regular season, bro? Now the Mavericks are here. Luka, Kyrie, they got Mason Plumlee from the Clippers, and that's actually a decent pickup for them as long as he's not overpaid. And let's go ahead and sweep them. Larry Bird wins that. Now the Sixers, like, if you guys have watched my videos, they always make their way to the finals before when they had Harden. But now that they don't have Harden, they still make it to the finals a lot for some reason. And if they beat us, I'm gonna cry. Bro, they got the first 2 wins on us. How did they get the first 2 wins on us? Well, we couldn't go 82-0, but we were able to win a championship with this team, which I think that was expected at least. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you guys want to see me do this with the best dunkers, it is gonna be on the screen somewhere over there. You guys can check it out. I'm out.